Welcome to GR10 bonus.
So we weren't planning to make this video
At all.
but let's catch you up on what's happened since we left the GR10.
We caught a train.
Caught a train all the way across France, back to the west coast of Béarn. Caught another little train just a little bit up from Béarn, called a place called Andres, which is just below a place called Hossinga, which is where we used to surf, where we've come to surf in the past.
So we walked to Hossinga yesterday.
So yesterday we arrived at night at about 7 o'clock on the train. We went to the beach. We spent about 2 hours walking around. It was 7 o'clock at night. It got to about 8:30.
and
We were
there
on
was
the
like
beach.
a big rain cloud.
We
Looked
couldn't
like it was
find
getting
anywhere to
close.
camp on the beach. The ground was all too rubbish,
Yeah,
and
it was
the
bad.
forest was all too dense. We couldn't find anywhere to camp. So we went to a campsite. It was the utter epitome of a nightmare campsite.
It was so
you know?
bad. It was just. It wasn't. There were no tents.
It wasn't a campsite. It was just full of mobile homes, and it was like one of these nightmare campsites you see when you go on holiday and decide you never want to go to. Anyway, it was so big, it took us half an hour to walk from one end to the other to decide that there was no actual camping there, even though it was called a campsite. So we left that one and went to another nightmare campsite. This one was not quite as nightmareous.
And we found a little spot of grass and just put our tents up and went to sleep at about
Yeah.
9:30.
We literally set up as the sun set in the dark, cooked in the pitch black, woke up this morning, walked into Cab of Brenton, where we sat in a coffee shop for about 3.5 hours, I would say. It was a long time.
It had good Wi-Fi though.
Did a bunch of video uploads and got a Pokemon emulator for my phone in case we got bored. At this point, we decided that we would just wander around and decide what we were going to do with ourselves. We were walking along the beach. Can you hold the phone for a bit, Finn?
Yep. So
That's not how you hold
yeah,
it.
just hold this.
No, you can't do that.
Why not?
Hold the phone properly. Stop rotating
Well,
it.
I can't. Look,
Look,
it won't-
you hold it like this.
What's the difference?
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna have to edit all that out.
No. Your hands are all covering the thing.
It's difficult. Okay.
You
There
go
we
on this side and then use your right hand.
Okay.
So we were wandering around on the seafront and then we were like, you know what? This place is totally equipped
It's
for
just
cycling.
designed for cycling. There's cycle paths everywhere.
And we realised that we couldn't get to Mark and Nicky's, which is what we were planning to do. It's 120
walking.
kilometres away-ish. We originally thought it was 80,
Which was doable.
which was doable, but we actually realised it was 120 as the crow flies. So we got pretty upset. Well, not pretty upset. We were like, damn, what should we do? So we'll buy some cheap bikes.
But nowhere sells cheap bikes. They only sell really expensive, fancy bikes.
So after all of this time, we decided, well, you know what we could do? We could buy some scooters.
Yes.
So this sounds crazy, but what we're planning to do is go to a little massive supermarket, find some scooters, buy probably some like kids' toy scooters,
Yeah.
and then scooter 120 kilometers along the cycle pass
Is it clear? To Mark and Nicky's
Mark
house.
and Nicky's house. That's the plan.
It's gonna be pretty intense.
Right, turn off the camera. So here we go, Connor and Finley coming at you with a review of the ultralight scooters that we just picked up down at the specialist cottage manufacturer called Ella Clerk.
So this one here is the limited edition Pixar Cars 1. It is aluminium.
This is first time out of the box, guys. By the way, we have no idea what these actually look like.
Yeah. This is aluminium construction.
I thought it was titanium hybrid, wasn't
Oh
it?
no! It's aluminium with carbon fibre reinforcements in the
Ah,
centre.
okay.
It's very simple to use. You simply figure it out, and it works amazingly.
Let's take a
some of
quick cut here.
So this is the Cars 1 edition fully assembled. It has rotation of up to this angle. We went for the added foam grips. A lot of people don't go for the foam grips due to the extra 10 grams, but we like the comfort and the sweat reduction. We went for full ceramic bearings, as you can see here. Spin like absolute dreams. It has a single actuated brake to allow you to stop when
We'll
going
probably
quickly.
cut that off, won't we, Finn? Just to
Yeah,
save
we'll
a
cut
few
this to
weight.
save a little bit of weight, and we're not
Maybe
so sure.
jerry rigging an extension for
Maybe
the handle.
because
Anyway, let's have a look at the new,
it's
the
for a
later.
mini-
Let's have a
mini
look at the
version.
Gen 3.
So this is Gen 3, so it turns out there's been another 2 Cars films. And in these car films, the Cars scooter, this is the street scooter, that was the Roadster.
Let's get this puppy open.
Let's gonna get this.
We
It's a really nice unboxing experience. You get a really nice tear on it.
Yeah. Oh my god, is yours exactly
Mine
the same?
takes nuts and bolts to assemble, so this may
Are you
take.
serious?
Yeah, it did say it requires an adult's help to assemble. Unfortunately, no adults are here.
Yeah, we're totally screwed. Yeah, let's have a quick cut and get this one together. Gen 3's advantages.
Gen 3 has much better bearings. These are newer carbon fibre ceramic, just like that. Gen 3 also has a much better grip pad. It has the Gen 3 characters on it.
Nice.
I also opted for the solid, slightly lighter handles.
Stop walking towards me when I walk away from you.
I also opted for the slightly more solid handles with no foam. This reduces comfort but increases in weather conditions. One slight problem is it's only rated to a maximum of 50 kilos. And I weigh 86.
And what about foot size as well? Does your
foot size can be an issue, but fortunately I have it's 1 foot enabled there. What we'll do is we'll give you a quick show while I'll scooter it around a bit and you can see the performance of this ultralight scooter. You ready?
It's definitely faster than walking.
It's much faster than walking and sometimes requires less energy.
So I think we only need to do another about 120k, so let's get moving. Way to go! But we got some wheels and we are officially, I don't know whether we're inventing, but we're definitely promoting scooter touring here. 120k by scooter along flat French cycle paths, here we come. We scootered for an hour and a bit.
It's like proper tire.
We got like 7k, I think, so really great going. Now we've just stopped at an officer tourism, use the Wi-Fi, work out where we are, and work out what the plan is. This ain't no good.
Yeah, when the road runs out.
When the road run out.
You end up walking.
See where we get to. Having fun. That's what matters. 30. We were getting pretty desperate.
Yeah.
But we have
found a little spot, like every
found
spot.
somewhere. Oh my
like
goodness. We were just
a third decent, had a massive no camping sign. This is the first one without.
Or was right next to a main road, or was rubbish.
Because we were on the scooters.
So much fun, yeah.
We're here. And all the forests have
Let's get pitched up. Let's get pitched. We're having some lovely pot noodles. And we've been having a long thinkins because
scootering.
Today we got 15k.
Yeah.
And it was actually not very much fun in the end.
The scooters are quite uncomfortable. You have to lean
really,
over. It hurts
really
your back.
uncomfortable scootering for a long time. We scooted for 3 hours.
And it's just not the right shoes as well, like big heavy clompers.
It's just unpleasant.
It hurts.
It's flat out unpleasant. So I don't think we're going to be able to scooter all the way to Mark and Nicky's.
It's like another 80 kilometers.
We've tried a bit. I think instead what we're going to do is we're going to scooter into the next town, bum around for a day there, use the internet, come back to this spot here because it's a great camp spot. It's got a river, everything we want. And then on Sunday, scooter back to the closest train station. We don't actually know how close that may be. And then once we're there, work things out. Morning. I'm not really sure if these videos are going to go up anymore, but thought I'd video it anyway. Had a pretty, well, there's our tents over there. A pretty unpleasant night. Like just when we went to bed, a car drove up across the other side of the river. The guy in the car didn't notice this.
He got out. He squatted down just in the middle where we were thinking of camping and did a massive poo, or I assume it's massive.
We have no idea, like, what this was, and it weirded us out a bit. Like, why the hell did this happen? We went to bed a bit creeped out, and then about 4 o'clock in the morning, we got woken up by another car that was on this side of the river, and a whole bunch of people. I don't think they were that close, and literally, I was just like woken up and I heard them driving away. So that
I woke up, heard someone laughing, like the creepiest laugh, then a door slamming, and then they drove away. So
basically, it was really weird, and we didn't like it at all. So yeah, we're not feeling so great about this campsite anymore, and we're going to try and find a different one for tomorrow. Check out what we've made. We've made 12 diabolical stakes. Hopefully they will enable us to get a grip in the loose soil this afternoon. So we made it to the beach.
Yay!
Not really sure what we're doing or where we're going.
That's the best way to be.
But I think we know we're heading south now. Hey. Our last crazy idea. We're going to watch the sunset over here, which is pretty beautiful right now. There's a couple of people surfing. We're on top of the sand dune. Our quilts are spread out. We've made some beds out of all of the sand dune stuff which grows over there. We chopped a load of it down, placed it on top of the grass, whittling spoons out of bamboo, and going to have a little cook up and watch the sun go down. Hey. So, we had a pretty rough night in the end.
Yeah.
We went to bed. It rained just before we went to bed, and we almost packed up and left.
So we almost went like into town and was going to wrap it up under that.
Yeah, like hoboing out under some ledge or something. But it stopped raining pretty quickly. We were like, right, let's just wait a bit. So we went to bed on our little straw beds that we had made. I was really uncomfortable, and there was a
I
nightclub.
fairly comfortable. Yeah, basically the problem was we slept right next to a nightclub, which was blasting out music until 1 in the morning.
I didn't sleep a wink until 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I woke up at 5. Then it started raining at 6.
Yeah.
And we just thought, screw it, let's go. So we packed up and we were out of there by 6:30. We also just went and picked up a bunch of stuff to make painkillers for Mark and Nikki. So I've got 7 kilos.
An extra weight.
No, that can't be right. Oh yeah, 4, 2, 1. Plus the rum, 8 kilos.
I've got, because I have the cream of coconut.
Okay, 7.5 kilos then of weight in my backpack on top of my base weight. So we'll see what frameless is like. Crank up the hip belt and see if any seams bust. To be exciting.
We are 20 to 35, depending on my guessing, minutes away from...
We're an hour away from Mark and Nikki's house.
Stop being so pessimistic.
It still says 1 hour and 2 minutes on Google.
Oh.
We are walking along the road, about to go into a bit more of a foresty track, which should be
Turn
good.
right.
And yeah, just going to keep the pace up. Nikki came offered to come pick us up, but I think we're going to be taking a slightly off-road route now, so I think that's it possible. So we're going to walk the last leg of the journey.